So I've gone ahead and whacked the infrared lights onto it. So I put the lights on each spot for half an hour and then also left it for a couple of days. So I've gone ahead with the job. I've got the bumpers, both front and rear bumpers ready. And now I'm back onto the body of the car here. So I actually forgot to hit record on the camera, but I've gone and blocked all of the primer sections. I've then gone and put a little bit of guide code on just to make sure that I remove those block marks. I'll just use 240 for the block, and now I'm going to hit the entire thing with 400. Then I'll go over and do the edges, and then I'll go 800. So with the body of the car, so the bonnet and the guards, I'm not going to use a wet on wet or a sealer, but with all the bolt-on parts, with the the bumpers and all the moldings and stuff, I'm going to use a wet on wet.
So of course this video continues on from the previous one where we did the repairs and primer work on Alex's Jeep Grand Cherokee. So one thing that I just wanted to note, and I've mentioned it in previous videos, but on this job here, because I'm doing it at home, I've got my own full set of 3M purple sandpapers. But at work we use the Merca Galaxy, and that's just because of business arrangements. So yeah, we've got to deal with PPG, whereas if we buy more of their stuff, we get more of a discount. So for that reason, we use the Merca Galaxy. But yeah, here at home, I used one piece of 3M Purple 400 grit on the entire bonnet to prepare it for primer. I then continue using the same piece to sand all of the 240 grit scratches out and continue sanding the rest of the primer as well. It absolutely blew me away. I would have used 15 or 20 of the Merca Galaxies, so it can be somewhat of a false economy using the cheaper sandpapers. And to be completely clear, for a cheaper sandpaper, I actually don't think Merca Galaxy is that bad. Like, they've got a decent amount of cut, but they do just sort of hit this brick wall after a certain amount of time, and they do lose their cut. Now, I've sort of had a few conversations with people in the comments. They say, oh, you should use a piece of sandpaper a little bit longer than what you use it for. And I say, look, the sandpaper tells me when it's no longer cutting, when it's no longer cutting that orange peel out, I've got to turf it and get a new one. Like I say, some people may see me as being a little bit wasteful, but it's not like that. It's that I put the quality of the job first, and I need to cut that orange peel out so that I've got like a fresh slate to start from.
That's why we'll hit these blends first with the new bit of sandpaper. Keep the sander moving. Don't want to cut through, especially on those edges. Yeah, it's nice to have this slightly bigger garage than last time. You probably remember the garage that I was in when I was doing the Tirana. It was definitely a tight squeeze in there. So yeah, I mean, probably could paint straight over the 800, but like I say, for what it's worth, we just hit it with the 1000 grit. Yes, that's one thing I do like about work is the prep bays and dust extraction, and even just little things like super high pressure compressed air. You just can't get it with these little compressors. And look, for a home compressor, mine's actually not that bad at all. What is it? Hush 100 Chicago 100 litre tank, and it's 3 1.1 horsepower motors, 3 electric motors. So yeah, look, for a home compressor, it's not that bad. It's just a 10 amp, of course, 240 volt. But you only got to get so much out of them. You really want the big industrial ones to blow all the dust off a car properly. I learned that when I was doing my my Tirana at home, right? I blew it off. I spent ages cleaning and blowing it all down. Then when I got it into work, got the air blowing, it was nearly as if I did nothing at home. Like there was still so much dust in it. Actually, these 800s aren't that bad. They're cutting. The primer's performing quite well too. The PPG LVP 205. I did actually add a little bit of the 207 into it just to make it a touch darker. I probably could have put beesdick more in, but she'll be right. We'll cover it up. So yeah, just going over all those edges to make sure the 500 grits are now 800 grits. Then we'll do the blends, and then that leaves for me tomorrow night the flares. There's going to be 3 bloody bake cycles with this thing, 3 booth loads at the very least, because we've got the body, then we've got the bumpers and the flares, and then he's got like more parts like blacks as well. Like he's got grills and actually quite a few black things. All right, that's looking pretty good. But again, look, I can come back to this. I'll be able to have another look at it in the booth where I've got even better lighting. Look, for a home setup, it's actually not that bad, but still. Oh, hello, doggies, what are you doing? Is that my microfiber? Here's my microfiber. What's going on? She misses Mum. Mum's out at the moment. Hello. Let's go. Chucky, what you doing, Chucky? My beautiful dogs. Look at these guys. They're the best. Anyway, where were we? That's right. But there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.
Just adding a little bit of a sneak peek at what we're going to be looking forward to in the next video, where we take the car into the booth and we do the spray painting. So I'll just be doing the base coat and clear coat stage on the body and the flares. So that'll be coming up in the next week or two. Until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Thanks again for watching. Gunman out.